welcome to Bow Ties Sometimes Cool. Myself, Ashley, and Ed. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Ash. How's you this evening?
Very good. I've got my tropical burst pop drink here, and I'm looking forward to having a chat about the film that I made you watch, and is one of my favourites, Security.
Don't stop until you find someone.
Eduardo Deacon.
3rd Battalion, 5th Marines. I have been home for a year. I haven't worked a single day. My kid and my wife are 2 states away. When I tell you I would do anything, ma'am, I mean anything.
Minimum wage. Start tonight.
So, Eddie Deacon, this is Ridgeside Mall, flagship location in all its glory.
Who's coming?
Let's have a little chat, shall we?
Give us the girl.
Every last one of you will be hunted down and killed.
You have no cell signal or outside line in case you hadn't noticed.
What the hell are we doing, man?
Sending them a message.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't keep us out. You can't keep her alive.
I've been in witness protection for a year. Promise to protect me.
What's it gonna be?
Take as many of them out as we can.
So, Edward, I made you watch it this week. I watched it again for the second time in a month, actually. So I just wanted your first impressions, Ed. I already know what you're going to score it because I know you and I know how you score things. But go on, give me an impression of it. Go on, what do you think?
So yeah, you suggest. I'm not going to say you made me watch it because that's not fair. That makes it sound like it was an ordeal for me. You suggested that this might be something we can cover. And last night, about 9 o'clock, myself and Mrs. W sat down and watched Security. And you know what? It wasn't half bad. I actually really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to compare. I've said to Haley as I was watching it, I preferred this to Predator because Predator, my expectations were through the roof. It had its reputation coming before it as a classic, and as I think I said on the podcast, I don't know if this has come out. It's probably not out yet, but which order are we putting these out in? By the way, if we put this out after Predator,
I don't know. We've got so many recorded; they might not come out in order. But we have. If it doesn't come out in order, Ed's giving away the fact that we've done one on Predator anyway. So yeah,
we've done one. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Apart from the actual Predator design and a few corny lines, Predator did not do it for me. This film I'd never heard of. It was completely new to me, so I had zero expectations. And I went in, thought, okay, let's watch this. This is quite exciting. Yeah, I put my phone down. Wasn't playing with my phone. The only time I played my phone was when I sent you a message to say I'm now watching Security, and he's going into the mall. I thought the opening scene was particularly well acted. It's sort of a bit of a social commentary in there on the way people from the forces are treated when they're demobbed. It's like, thank you for your service. You've served your country, but now you might not even get a job on minimum wage. It's quite, America is meant to be so pro they're looking after their forces and they have Veterans Day and all that, and the US Army's everything. And then it's almost when they're too old for it or being invalided out or whatever he'd been, they're forgotten about. And I thought was really, really intriguing, especially for an American film, to put that right at the forefront of it. So Antonio Banderas' character, Eddie, finds a job on minimum wage as a security guard in a mall on the night that a young girl in witness protection escapes into the mall and a load of terrorists come after her. Yep. And
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley now Ben, wow, wasn't he good? That's someone that should be a Bond villain. If ever there should be an actor that's a Bond villain. Ben Kingsley's character, though, where was he meant to be from? Because his accent wandered a bit. At the end, he sounded the Welsh.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't actually. I'm not sure it's ever alluded to, really, is it?
And there's a couple of really interesting character journeys in it as well. I mean, again, watching it with Haley yesterday, where right at the very beginning, where Eddie is being shown around the mall by the manager type, the younger fella, the cocky one.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I said to Hale, do you know what? I'd rather be unemployed than work for him. But at the end, he's turned from being a mouthy know-all to being a bit of a hero. And there's that sort of lovely sign off because he does the salutes to Banderas' character in a quite a sarky way at the beginning, and at the end, you know, when he's been a bit of a hero, being stretchered away, he does the salute, and Banderas salutes back to him, saying, "Yeah, you did well. You did really well there." You know, in a very short period of time, the film does a really good thing. It makes you care about these security guards. You know, you've got the girl who's sort of hungover. You've got the sort of, you know, I'm not going to call him cowardly because you or I would not be any more brave in that situation than he was. But you've got the one that just wants to get home to his wife and kids.
yeah.
But each of those characters, you know, within a few lines, the writer and the director have drawn them as people and stopped them in. They're not cardboard cutout characters. They're actually real. You care for them as real people. And I was really punching the air when they were doing well. So I really got into it. And action films are not my genre, as regular listeners will probably know. But this one, you've picked a good one, Ash. You really have.
I thought so. I think so.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, this could be spoilers. But towards the end, I was looking at this 25 minutes ago. This can't be the end. When they think they've been rescued, that is excellent because there's something wrong quite here, right here. There's something not quite right here, and it's just the tensions building and building, and it's just so well done and so well acted.
Yeah, that little plot twist when you think you're safe. Oh, maybe we're not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. You could call it cliche, but you know, is there a non-cliched action film? You know, like we said, I think I've said a couple of episodes ago on our Predator one again. Die Hard basically set the baseline for what action films should be. So I think every action film that came after is derivative of Die Hard in some sort of way. And you said this is derivative of Die Hard. I also saw a lot of Home Alone in it with setting the traps.
Yeah. And I think Banderas does a cracking job in this. He made me actually like it and start watching a lot of his other films because I've never. Maybe I was just of an era where it was like Arnie, Stallone, Bruce Willis, and you just kind of watch those films. And so, like, whilst he's done stuff in the past, I'd never really watched very much of it. But I watched this, and I've watched a few other stuff that he's done more recently. And he's a really believable, good actor and believable action hero in this, really. And he was really lucky that he managed to get a security guard suit that fitted him so well. It was like tailored for him, and he only just turned up there that day. So no, but he does a good job in it, and he's quite a believable action hero. You don't watch it and think, oh, he does the job well. Does the job well. I enjoy it. I always enjoy watching it, and I thought it's one. I thought you would. I would probably give it. I'd probably give this an 8, really, because even though I've gone on about how I like it, obviously there's still other films that I would say are better. So, and would definitely give a 10 over it. But it's not a massive budget film. It's not really a film that's many people know about. You could argue we classify it as a straight to DVD type film, and yet I thoroughly enjoy it. So it's definitely an 8 for me. So Ed, what would you give this out of 10? Then, so I would put mine on the table. 8 for me.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but 7.5, 7.5. But for an action film, for me, that's equivalent of a 9 for an action film. But not my genre. But for a film that isn't my genre, to make me put my phone down, get into it, and almost punch the air when things are happening in it. Absolutely cracking film, Ash. You've played the blinder recommending this one.
Well, there we are, guys. You need to listen to it. So you need to watch it. Sorry, guys. It's on Netflix at the moment. It could be on other streaming platforms as well, but we know it's definitely on Netflix. And you probably could pick it up fairly cheaply off eBay anyway. But definite great film, and that's that. What else can I say? And on that bombshell, we have been Bow Ties are Sometimes Cool. I've been Ashley. Ed.
And I've been Ed. Good night.
Da-da.